Eureka.
Hey, what's up everyone, this is Dante's Analysis and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be checking out NCT 2020's first part of their album called Renaissance. And this album was released on October 12, 2020. And yes, before, I'm just going to get into a little backstory of the album and I'm going to get into the project. So, NCT 2020 is a second-year based project from NCT following NCT 2018 and includes the 21 active members in 2020 from NCT 127, NCT Dream, and Wavy, as well as the addition of 2 new members, Shotaro and Sungchan. Through NCT, the 23 members will team up in various combinations and pull off diverse concepts. The NCT 2020 project will consist of 2 parts. The full album NCT 2020 Resonance Part 1 is slated for October 12th, and the Part 2 of Renaissance will release after that. And this is their first release together with 23 members, and the features 12 tracks include double lead singles From Home and Make a Wish. Each lead single consists of a unique combination of members across different groups in NCT 2020, and not all 23 members will be involved in the 2 lead singles. Members who are not in the lead singles for Part 1 will appear in the second release from the group in November. The tracks also include songs from units that have been formed before, including Deja Vu with NCT Dream, Nectar from Wavy, Music Dance by NCT 127, and Volcano by NCT unit that performed Boss. Renaissance conveys the meaning of connecting with others through music and creating great synergy and impact. Basically, this is the theme of the whole album. The album will continue the story of NCT's universe, in which they emphasize with one another through dreams and become one through music. The album consists of different sound styles and influences. Just to give you guys like a short little synopsis of NCT. For K-pop fans watching this video, you already know the deal, but for people who don't know much about NCT, I'm just giving like a little breakdown of it. So NCT actually stands for Neo Culture Technology, and this was a group created by Lee Soo-man, the head of SM Entertainment, and his whole goal of this group was to create like a multi-cultural group and to expand into different regions of the world. And this concept group also consists of unlimited members, so years down the line you'll see like more members coming into the group. And with the different subunits, NCTU, NCT 127, NCT Dream, and Wavy, NCTU is not a fixed group. It's for every comeback with NCTU, they always have different members, so it's very interchangeable. NCT 127 has fixed members. NCT Dream is more of the younger groups. I know before they used to have like a graduation system. When a member reaches like a certain age, I think 18, they move into 127, but as of recently, SM decided to scrap that idea, and they let Mark back in the group because he also graduated from NCT Dream when that whole concept was a thing. But ever since they got rid of that whole concept, Mark is back in NCT Dream. And Wavy is the Chinese unit of NCT, and they also do songs in Mandarin, but also Korean here and there, but mostly Mandarin. So yeah, this whole like NCT thing is all very confusing, especially for newcomers. Even people who are still into K-pop, it's very confusing, and I'm pretty sure for new people who are coming into K-pop, they want to understand the whole NCT thing. But I feel like as more you keep listening to the group, you guys will understand more of it. And yeah, now getting into the actual album. The album consists of 12 tracks, and so far, while listening to this album from beginning to end, this album is actually it's actually not bad. It's pretty good. I know one thing with NCT, like I know with every comeback, they always have like different sounds through their music. They're very experimental when it comes to their comebacks and like the music that release, especially with NCT 127, I think their last release was like Punch, and I know like a lot of people were like in the middle with it, but that song was very, very different from like their usual stuff. So that's one things I do like about NCT. Like every time they come back, they always come out with like different styles and different sounds for every comeback, and they also like to experiment, and I like that very much. And sometimes it could be very surprising at first, but as more as you get into the whole NCT thing, it's kind of like, okay, this is more like what they do, and they like to experiment with different sounds, and I'm actually cool with that. Okay, so far, the tracks that I like from this whole project, I like Misfit by NCTU, Volcano by NCTU, Dancing in the Rain by NCTU. The interlude was actually pretty good. It was actually like a little break between the albums. Nectar by Wavy, Faded In, My Last Song by NCTU, From Home by NCTU, and that's basically it. And the last two songs were From Home, the Korean version, of course, by NCTU, and Make a Wish Birthday Song, which is the English version. And yeah, so far, it's actually, I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard it from beginning to end, some songs did hit me and others didn't, so I had to listen to it a second time to make sure, like, okay, maybe if I listen to the song again, maybe I'll like it. But of course, there were some songs that even when I listened to the second time, I wasn't really feeling it. And unfortunately, those songs were Make a Wish, which is the first track, Light Bulb. I'm gonna be honest with you, some people might crucify me for this, but I wasn't really feeling Deja Vu by NCT Dream so much. I don't know, I just feel like it wasn't really clicking with me, and it just wasn't, I don't know, I was listening to it 2 times, I wanted to like it, but it just wasn't clicking. Music Dance by NCT 127, I wasn't really feeling that. And of course, again, the last 2 songs were like the Korean version of From Home and Make a Wish, or the English version. The Korean and English version for Make a Wish is actually very different. And I feel like the English version of Make a Wish is a little bit of like corny English lines here and there, but it was still, it was okay. And yeah, and that's basically it. And going into the songs that actually have like deep meanings, with Misfit has like the 90s hip hop inspired pop song with energetic chorus. Volcano is a hip hop dance track featuring the lyrics express burning hot passion like a volcano that explodes anytime. Nectar by Wavy, lyrically the song tells a pure glimmering love resentment of moonlight that lights up the dark world. And with Fade in My Last Song is an R&B hip hop song with minor atmosphere, and the lyrics invoke sad emotions and convey the message of a last performance being played for a beloved partner on the piano. From Home by NCTU, it's a slow tempo R&B pop song ballad in Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. And it tells the story of the NCT members who were brought together thanks to their dreams of becoming singers and ended up becoming reliable friends and family members. So when I actually went back and listened to the meaning behind some of these songs, it was actually very heartfelt, because I know making it into the idol industry and the Korean scene is very hard for most people, because it has like the years of training, the years of vocal lessons, rap lessons, the hours, poor eating habits, because they have to train from like early morning to like late at night, and they have to repeat that same cycle over and over and over, and it's very draining for most people. And just to actually have the opportunity to debut and make it into the K-pop industry, or be in a group and making money for a living doing what you love, is actually very inspiring. And it's almost like, it almost shows you that your hard work paid off and you finally fulfilled your dreams that you had when you were a kid. And it's actually really cool to see all these members who've had like a very rough time in the training life debut in a group and become very successful later down the line, and I love that very much. And yeah, so far I would say, yeah, this album was actually not bad, man. I would say it wasn't really, I wouldn't say it was really my favorite NCT album, but it was bearable to listen. Some songs were smooth listening to, and others were a little bit like, I kind of want to skip to the next song. So yeah, that's how I felt about it. So the rating I'm gonna give this project, I'm definitely gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Again, the meaning behind some of these songs were actually very incredible. The beat choices were actually pretty dope. Again, experimented with different sounds. I like that. And yeah, most of these members in these groups are like very talented vocally and rap ability. And it's actually, I am actually really excited to see what part 2 of this project brings in November, which is next month. And I'm actually really excited to hear what that album has to bring. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. Again, I would say like this wasn't really my, I wouldn't say like this is like my pinnacle favorite of the NCT albums, and it was alright, but I wish it was a little bit more better. But let's see what part 2 of Resonance brings in November. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. So again, I'm gonna give NCT 2020 Resonance Part 1 a 7.5 out of 10, and thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later.